you both. We've managed to re-establish the communications with Martin Brunt, who's outside Newcastle Crown Court, reporting on Carl Beech. That breaking news that he's been sentenced to 18 years in jail. We can speak to Martin Brunt now. Martin, you're telling me about what was heard in court.
Yes, there were 5 of the 12 jurors back in court today, the jurors that had convicted Carl Beech on Monday of all the crimes that he had denied, and they heard the judge describe Carl Beech as deliberately, repeatedly and maliciously telling lies throughout the trial and to police beforehand. He said that he had watched those police interviews in which Carl Beech, he said, had faked reticence and professed difficulty in trying to remember the things that he said had been done to him. The judge said that Beech had traduced reputations. Some of those people he'd accused of abusing him and others had died during the police investigation. One of those was Greville Janner, Lord Janner, the late Lord Janner, who died before the investigation was over. He was accused by Beech of raping him in the Carlton Club, a gentleman's club in central London. And just after the verdict was handed down, I spoke to Lord Janner's son, Daniel Janner, QC, and this is what he told me.
Tom Watson, who set this whole ball rolling, who set the moral panic in trade, the Deputy Labour leader, rode on this for political ambition, successful as it turned out. He needs to apologise, hang his head in shame and resign. And the police, who said that the allegations against my dear late father were credible and true, should also apologise and be investigated themselves.
We spoke to Lincoln Seligman, who's the godson of the late Sir Edward Heath, Prime Minister. He was another of those alleged abusers, named by Carl Beech as a member of the VIP Westminster paedophile ring that the jury decided simply didn't exist. This is what Mr. Seligman had to say.
I think it was really more than anything disbelief that the system, such as it has been, could have chucked up something so ridiculous that took so long to resolve and was all so unnecessary in terms of gullibility and a lack of common sense. I think we knew how it would resolve itself, so we were never really downhearted, but just extremely angry.
Before the sentence was handed down, the judge had listened to some impact statements, victim impact statements, one from Harvey Proctor, the former Tory MP, but another from Lord Bramall, the former head of the army, who's 95 now. He didn't appear in court, but his lawyer read a statement written by Lord Bramall. He said he wrote it before the end of the trial because he wasn't sure whether he would still be alive after the 10-week trial. But in that statement, Lord Bramall, in very vivid terms, described 20 Metropolitan Police officers turning up at his country home, spending 12 hours at his home. His wife was there, dying, bedridden. He found it very difficult to explain to his wife what was going on. And he said this, he said that his own record of public service as a soldier for many, many years spoke for itself. And during that time, Lord Bramall said he had suffered physical wounds and emotional wounds. But he said the allegations made against him, including rape and torture, by Carl Beech had done more harm to him, he felt, than anything he'd suffered as a soldier.
Okay, Martin in Newcastle, thank you. Now, the new Prime Minister is promising to